I'm going to be ranking the best free cards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30 of the best free cards in my team. Obviously, with Season 5 dropping this Friday, that just happened. Obviously, we got tons of new free cards in the game, so overall, I think we have a lot of new cards that go over on this tier list. So I'll be ranking them obviously from S all the way down to D tier, and let me know in the comment section down below, what would you guys change about my tier list, and let me know your guys' favorite free cards to be using right now in Season 5. First card here, though, is going to be Alex English. I think he's probably the perfect B tier free card. I mean, he's a very solid shooting guard. He's 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. I mean, the card is basically just a Galaxy Opal Carmelo Anthony. They have the same jump shot. They have pretty much the same dribble sigs. Their stats and badges are very similar. So he's just Galaxy Opal Carmelo at that shooting guard position, maybe a little bit shorter with a little bit less wingspan as well. For me, though, I think Alex English probably going to be in that B tier category. Benedict Mathurin, I think you probably got to go A tier because I do think he's a little bit better than Alex English. Not by a lot though, but I do think he's a tiny bit better. Just has overall a better jump shot, and I think stats and badges is probably just a little bit more complete of a card, but it really comes down to his release, and I feel like it is a decent amount better. Like, if you guys remember his Sapphire version that went to a diamond in the Shades of set, his jump shot was so easy to green and was honestly one of my favorite jump shots, obviously all the way back in Season 1. So the jump shot's going to be great. Obviously his card's not available for the next 5 weeks, so it's going to be a little bit annoying not able to get this card for another 5 weeks, and he probably won't be that great when he does come out. But if we're just talking about him right now, looking at his stats and badges, I do think he's probably going to be in that A tier category. Chris Kaman, I think, is probably in C tier. He just doesn't really do anything too crazy in the court. I think Anthony Davis is probably either B or C tier. I'm gonna go B tier. I still think he's probably better than a guy like Chris Kaman. It's just AD needs that new jump shot and maybe some better all-around stats. Like, his stats are okay. Like, I don't think that's the main issue with the card. It's really just his jump shot only being on normal timing, where nowadays, like, every card in the game has their jump shot at least on quick, and a lot of cards actually have their jump shot on very quick now. Like, we're getting cards like Ray Allen, Carmelo Anthony, and Murray Stoudemire that are all getting their jump shots on very quick, like Tyler Hero. So just to have his jump shot on normal and not even like the greatest dribble sigs, and doesn't have like the greatest stats and badges. Like, his badges are okay, I guess, but I do think he could get a massive upgrade on his Dark Matter version. Like, if we get a Dark Matter AD, we could be looking at another really good power forward in my team to go alongside D-Rob, KG, and Giannis, those type of power forwards. But for now, I think his Galaxy Opal version probably in B tier. Monte Ellis, I think I honestly might throw in D tier. I just don't think he's that great of a card. Probably one of the worst free cards on this tier list, so I'm gonna probably throw him in D tier. Maybe I do move him up to maybe I move him up to C tier later in the video. Dr. J, I think you still gotta say is at least A tier. I don't think he's an S tier. If you guys don't know, S tier is going to be my top 5 free cards in the game. Is he a top 5 free card? I would say most likely not. He is still a really good rim runner though, just like Anthony Davis. Needs a little bit of a stat upgrade, and just overall needs that new jump shot and some way better dribble sigs. Dark Matter Tyler Hero is obviously the level 40 for Season 5. I do believe he is available right now. I'm not exactly sure if he is available on day 1, but if not, I still think he's probably in that A tier category. A very good point guard for a free card tier list. Now, if we're talking about him next to the best point guards in the game, like Magic Johnson, Ben Simmons, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, is he better than those guys? I would say not even close to a guy like Ben Simmons or Magic, but if we're talking about a free point guard, he's probably going to be the best in the game. Him and Westbrook is a close debate. It really depends what you need out of your point guard. I think for the meta of the game, Russ might still be a little bit better, but honestly, I think it's a close debate. And yeah, I think Tyler Hero for now is probably going to be an A tier. I'm not exactly sure who I would take over, who I would take between Tyler Hero and Russell Westbrook at the point guard spot. Tyreek Evans, I think you still got to give at least B tier. He's still a very solid point guard. I don't think he's like crazy good as I first thought when he did come out, but still a very solid free point guard. I would say somewhere in B tier. Kevin Garnett, easily going to be in the S tier category. Definitely a top 5 free card in the game. I mean, he's still maybe the best power forward in the game. I think D-Rob is slightly better, but all around, still one of the best cards in the game. Like, he's easily a top 10 card in my team. His stats and badges are damn near perfect. Has a great jump shot with the LaMelo Ball base on quick timing, and then damn near has like some really good dribble sigs for a point guard. Like, he's got the MJ dribble style, De'Aaron Fox size up, Kobe escape, has a normal leaner as well. So, I mean, the card can 3 hunt, play really good defense. He's super fast, has the wingspan, player model height. Like, he has everything you would need at the power forward position. So definitely going to be a top 5 free card and in the S tier category. Gary Trent Jr., Honestly, I'm about to throw him in D tier. I just really don't think he's that great. I think Spencer Dinwiddie also going to be in C tier. These are two of the cards that you get for leveling up along the way to Tyler Hero. They're just really not that great of cards. Like Gary Trent Jr., he can shoot threes, and that's pretty much it. His jump shot is also on normal timing. Spencer Hayward is solid, but is he better than AD or on the same level as AD? I would say most likely not, only being a 6'8" power forward. Next card here, though, is going to be Jamal Crawford. I think for Jamal, you either go high C tier or you go low B tier. I think I'm gonna go high C tier for now because he's a solid point guard. I don't think he's really anything too crazy. Like, he's definitely very good, you know, at the point guard position for being a free card. Like, he's definitely very solid. Defensively, I just feel like he might be a little bit of a liability. Only an 85 driving dunk as well. So I feel like for the meta of this game, he's not the best, but he does have the Steve Francis size up, which is super nice to have. So all around, I would say Jamal Crawford probably going to be in high C tier, but maybe gets moved up to high, or maybe gets moved up to B tier later in the video. Next card here is going to be Russell Westbrook. I think Russ is probably a top 5 free card. Is he better than Dr. J and Tyler Hero? I actually think so. I do think Russ is probably better than both those cards. If we're talking about him and Tyler Hero, it really comes to what you need from your point guard and kind of your play style in specific, like, you know, kind of what you want to, like, basically what you want to run on the offensive end. Like, if you like rim running, you like getting to the basket, which is usually the better way to score this year in my team. Rim running is so overpowered. So that's what I like to do personally with a guy like Westbrook, where Tyler Hero, you got a more 3-hunt, and it's just harder to 3-hunt this year with the dribbling not being the greatest, even though he does have some really good dribble sigs on Tyler Hero. I think it's definitely a close debate between Russell Westbrook and Tyler Hero, but I think I would take Russ a little bit over him. So I'll put Russ in that S tier category for now. He might not be a top 5 free card because we literally have so many good free cards in my team right now, like Mike Bantam. I mean, this dude is an absolute demigod. He's probably the new best free card in the game, even over a guy like Kevin Garnett. He's just so good at small forward. He's 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan, damn near perfect stats, has great all-around badges, and then animations is where this card becomes super elite. He's got the Kyle Kuzma base with the Rudy Gay up around quick timing. That's one of the best jump shots in the game, and he's also got some amazing dribble sigs, MJ dribble style, D-Mitch size up, Kobe escape, name behind the back, and does have the normal leaner as well. So I mean, a damn near perfect small forward, at least animations wise, and then great overall stats and badges. Has a really good player model. He gets really good defensive animations. Maybe the new best small forward in the game. Obviously going to be a top 5 free card. Next card here though is going to be Galaxy Yi. Okay, so I think it's going to come down to who's a better card between Russell Westbrook and Galaxy Yi. I'm not exactly sure who I do prefer. I'm going to put Yi in A tier for now, because I do think Russ might be a little bit better, but I'm not exactly sure, because Yi is still a very good power forward. But I think if we're talking about like where they rank amongst their position, I think Russ is probably a little bit higher, you know, at the point guard tier, but it's a very close debate. I just wish he was a little bit faster maybe and had some better defense. He's just a really good shooter, and that's something, and he's still a very good power forward. Like, he's still probably a top 5 power forward. I'm gonna keep it like this for now, but maybe I do change it up a little bit. Karl Malone easily gonna be in the A tier category. Still a very good power forward with a really good jump shot. Is this Billy Knight? It is. Billy Knight 1000% gonna be an S tier. He's honestly maybe a top 3 shooting guard in the game. Like, he's just so elite at that shooting guard position, especially if we're going to be counting the duo. I'm not really talking about these two cards, you know, with the duo, Mike Bantam and Billy Knight, but even without their duo, they are legit some of the best cards in the game. Like, both top 10, at least around top 10 cards in the game. Like, Mike Bantam is easily a top 5 card, and then Billy Knight, I think, is somewhere around that top 10 to 15 range. So I would say he's easily going to be in that S tier category. Zach LaVine, I would say probably is in B tier. He's a very solid card. Is he anything too crazy? No, but I think he's probably somewhere in B tier. Lou Hudson, this card is so bad. I'm damn near about to put him in. Yeah, I'm putting him in D. I'm not gonna lie. Lou Hudson is not very good. He's super undersized. Doesn't play the greatest of defense. I would say Lou Hudson probably in that D tier category. Andrew Wiggins, I feel like you still gotta give probably A tier, because I think at shooting guard, I would take him over Alex English and Zach LaVine, and I think he's very similar, you know, to a Dr. J or a Benedict Mathurin. So I'd put probably Wiggins in A tier. I think he's a very solid free shooting guard, plays really good defense and slashes to the basket, and that's pretty much what the meta of this game, what the meta of this game, what the meta of this game is this year is all about rim running and defense as well. So I mean, that's what Wiggins gives you at the shooting guard spot, and I think he can also play small forward as well if you need him to. Zach LaVine, or not Zach LaVine, JaVale McGee, I do believe is probably also in B tier, and then I'm gonna throw Wang ZZ in there as well, because they're basically around the same tier at the center position. I think they're probably B tier, very solid centers. I think they're better than a guy like Chris Kaman, but they're not really on the same level as like a, you know, a Yi or a Kevin Garnett. Next card here though is going to be Galaxy Opal. Who is this? Galaxy Opal Nate Thurman is actually very solid. I'm damn near about to put Nate in A tier. I'm not going to lie, because I was actually really surprised with how good this Galaxy Level Nate Thurman card is. He's a center power forward, 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan. If you take a look at his stats, I mean, these stats are very, very good for your power forward. He's got a 96 block, 96 interior defense, also does have a 90 steal and a 92 perimeter, so he's going to be a very good defender. And then he's also super athletic with a 90 speed, 90 acceleration. Also does have a 95 vertical and a 95 strength as well. I mean, the only thing is he has a 63 ball, but he actually does have a really good jump shot with the Joe Harris base. And they also gave him some pretty good dribble sigs for your center or power forwards. I think Nate Thurman is actually probably going to be in my A tier category. I think he's a very underrated free card. And like I said, probably going to be somewhere in that A tier category for me. Oluwaseyi, easily going to be an A tier, just very similar to a guy like Nate Thurman. And both going to be great bigs in the game. Oluwaseyi definitely better on the offensive end. Defensively, I'd probably take a guy like Nate Thurman though. Next card here though is going to be OG Anunoby, who I think is probably in the B tier spot. A very solid free card. Paul Pierce, I think you probably also got to have at least in B tier, but his jump shot really isn't the best, so I'm damn near about to put him in C tier, but I think I'll keep him in B tier for now. Cedi Osman, easily going to be an A tier. Very good shooting guard, especially on the offensive end. I would say similar to a guy like Benedict Mathurin. Tim Duncan, I think, is basically just right next to a guy like Anthony Davis. Both really just need new jump shots on quick timing. And then final free card here on the tier list is going to be Galaxy Level Ray Allen, and I think that's going to round off my S tier, being the top 5 free cards in the game. Let me know in the comment section down below, what would you guys change about my tier list? I think the closest debate for me probably is Russell Westbrook or Galaxy Level Yi. You could probably put Yi over Westbrook, obviously, if you wanted to, but I do think Russ is maybe a little bit better of a card than a Galaxy Level Yi. But let me know what you guys think about my free card tier list in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.